was to convince our students that this new form of teaching was useful, and would work for them. So we became a little bit of salespeople. So one of my strategies was to make sure that they could see we had so many more resources in our online lessons than in our classroom, regular class, okay? So one of the things I did was I was teaching unit 1B of book 5, which is all about the verb have. The whole unit is about the verb have and the different ways of using this verb. It can be used as the main verb, the auxiliary verb, as a modal lexicality, and we have different structures with the same verb. So after I presented some of these structures, I moved the class to another platform, which was, thanks to Katya, Google Forms. We've been using Google Forms for quite some time now. And what I did was I played a very common game. I believe everybody here, at least most of us, have played this game in class, which is the Two Truths, One Lie activity. But the idea was they were supposed to write 3 sentences about themselves, okay, using the verb have in any of the capacities that we have studied before. So over here, as you can see, it's in this activity, they work together. So they all edit the same form at the same time, you know, so there is no time waste here, like I have to wait for someone to do and then another person. They all edit together. You see the students' names are here. And after they finish editing, what I do is I send them the report, I send them the form, and they vote on their students, on their peers' answers. They decide which one is the lie, of course. So they click on one. And then after all of them voted, we come back here, okay? We come back here and we have a graph with like a partial of the results. And then we have the student responsible for that answer. We have them explain what was the lie, okay? And what really happened. So I tried to motivate them to write sentence about themselves and also invent new sentence, and also to practice a little bit of their oral skills while explaining the situation. So this was one activity that I was really comfortable and really proud of doing because it worked well. I used this with my proficient one, my advanced one, and my proficient 2 group, okay? I have students from different age, different group age, and it all worked very well and worked fine. If I may, I just want to talk about one other activity that might help people who are about to teach pre-intermediate levels, or even if you have false beginners, for example, in your class. I wouldn't suggest this to starter. What we usually do on day 1 or day 2 is to have students present and introduce themselves. So my idea with this next activity I'm going to show you was to change the focus of this moment. I decided to put the focus of this presentation on me. So what I did was, let me just stop sharing here and open another image so you can see what I'm talking about. What I did was I wrote answers, okay? I wrote answers about myself. You can see here that I got some information about me: English teacher, 30, Lua, Niterói, Argentina. And then they were supposed to, yes, Eduardo, and they were supposed to guess the questions. So they were supposed to guess which question was that for each chance. Some of them are quite easy, as you can see. 30, of course, how old are you? Where do you live? The basketball one is kind of a joke because they always say, which sport do you play? And I always say, what do I actually hate? So this is something. And then on the next slide, I show them the answers and encourage them to create something similar to this one. So put there at least 5 answers about themselves and have their groups to participate and try to guess the right questions about them. So this works as a warm-up, it works as an icebreaker, and it also works as a filler, especially when we're teaching a 3-hour class and we finish like 20, 30 minutes earlier. We have nothing else to do. We can't dance. So we got to throw something at them. And this is something that I've been doing and it works just fine. All right. So that's pretty much it. Okay.